Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are diving into an incredibly powerful analysis, or a vishlation, as you might call it, of a truly life-changing story. We're going to take a really close look at how we treat the absolute most precious resource we possess, our time. If you've ever wondered what separates a life full of regrets from a life of incredible, explosive success, well, this explainer is exactly for you. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's start with a really uncomfortable question. Why is it that we can effortlessly find 3 whole hours to binge a new movie, but the second someone suggests reading a life-changing book, we suddenly have absolutely 0 minutes to spare? It's kind of the ultimate paradox of our modern lives, isn't it? And the source material we're unpacking today addresses this beautifully.
Section 1. The Value of Time, the Tale of Two Mindsets.
To really wrap our heads around this paradox, picture a college campus early in the morning. We've got 2 friends here, and it's a perfect comparison. On one side, we have Aarav. He's rushing, super eager, and driven to attend this important seminar on the value of time so he can improve his future. On the other side, we have his buddy Ravi. Now, Ravi actively mocks Aarav, claiming he has absolutely no time for such wasteful seminars. But what is Ravi actually doing? He's literally just standing there, mindlessly scrolling on his phone. It's the classic excuse, right? Pretending to be too busy while actively throwing your time down the drain.
Moving into Section 2. The Fisherman's Diamonds, a tragic parable of wasted potential.
So Aarav leaves Ravi behind and heads into the seminar hall. And the speaker, Dr. Book, skips the usual boring time management lecture. Instead, he dims the lights and tells this incredibly dark, atmospheric story about wasted potential. It goes like this. An old, impoverished fisherman walks down to the river. It's pitch black out, well before dawn. This is his desperate, exhausting daily routine just to catch fish before anyone else. As he's walking in the total darkness, he stubs his toe on a random sack lying on the ground. He reaches down, feels around, and realizes it's full of small stones.
Now he's got some time to kill before the sun comes up. So just to pass the time, the old man takes a stone from the sack and tosses it into the dark river. Splash! Then another one. Splash! He's doing this purely for the momentary fun of it, just getting that tiny little hit of dopamine from hearing the sound in the quiet darkness.
But as he's mindlessly tossing these stones one by one, his thoughts drift to some pretty dark places. He starts reflecting on his wasted youth. He deeply regrets never studying hard when he actually had the chance. He kicks himself for rejecting a solid job his uncle once offered him. And he gets so caught up in these emotions, when he feels profound sadness, he just kind of drops the stones softly into the water. But when he feels pure burning anger at his own life choices, he hurls those stones into the river as hard as he possibly can.
And here is where the story hits you like a ton of bricks. The sun reveal. He lifts the very last stone and hurls it with all his might right as the sun finally peaks over the horizon. The first ray of morning light catches that stone right as it leaves his hand, and he realizes, with absolute soul-crushing horror, that the sack wasn't full of stones at all. They were priceless black diamonds. He literally just threw away an entire fortune simply to pass the time. And tragically, because of his frail age and the fast river current, he can't even rescue that final diamond. It's gone forever.
Section 3. 3 Rules of Time. Unlocking Dr. Book's Lessons.
Man, what an intense story, right? So, what does this all mean for us? Well, Lesson 1 is the time paradox. For things like Netflix, gossiping, scrolling, we somehow magically have infinite hours available. But for hitting the gym or reading a book, we instantly pull out the "I have absolutely 0 time" card. See, the fisherman thought he was throwing away worthless stones, so he didn't care. Poor mindsets throw time away just like those stones, while wealthy mindsets hoard their time like those black diamonds. Lesson 2 is what we call the present pleasure trap. This is when we choose short-term dopamine hits over long-term growth and success. Just like the fisherman tossing those stones for a quick, satisfying splash, we do the exact same thing today. We doom scroll our phones because it's easy and it feels good right now in the moment, even though it completely sabotages our long-term potential.
So how do we actually escape this trap? Well, lesson 3 is future thinking with delayed gratification. This is absolutely crucial. You have to learn to delay your immediate, easy rewards today if you ever want to see those massive, life-changing payoffs tomorrow.
The source material gives us some incredibly concrete examples here. Think about it. Top students don't just cram the night before. They study a little bit daily. Bodybuilders sweat every single day for results they won't even see in the mirror for months. Wealthy entrepreneurs are out there building systems, thinking 5 to 10 years down the line. Dr. Book wraps up this whole seminar with a vital piece of advice. Surround yourself with people who truly value their time and distance yourself from the ones who don't.
Part 4. The 5-year difference. The college reunion. Let's actually fast forward and see how this plays out in the real world at a 5-year college reunion. Let's trace the timeline. 5 years ago at point 1, Aarav attended that seminar to learn while Ravi stood outside scrolling his phone. Over that 5-year gap, at point 2, Aarav focused on action and growth while Ravi just wallowed in excuses and stagnation. Which brings us to point 3, today, the dramatic reunion reveal. Let's see what happens when daily habits compound massively over just half a decade. The contrast here is absolutely wild. Aarav arrives today in a Mercedes. He owns 2 highly successful businesses. He is visibly physically fit, and he's planning this lavish destination wedding. Meanwhile, Ravi is stuck in a wildly stressful job. He's struggling financially, and guess what? He is still making the exact same excuses. Time is the ultimate equalizer, folks. How we spend it dictates our entire reality. And this perfectly captures the real tragedy of Ravi's mindset. Aarav, seeing his old friend clearly struggling, kindly offers him some life-changing books that could literally fix his problems. And Ravi's response? I just don't have the time to read books. I'm too busy with my job. The tragic irony is almost painful. He is too busy struggling to take the time to learn how to stop struggling. We've covered so much ground today, but before we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final, provocative question to help you rethink every single minute of your day moving forward. Look at your habits, look at your routine, and ask yourself, are you throwing away stones today, or are you throwing away diamonds? Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.